What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hope everybody is well. I usually don't go live this early, but I'm going live because I'm waiting for the sun to cool down so I can go and play some tennis. And then I got CrossFit class tonight. So I decided to go live a bit earlier. I hope y'all are pulling up. I hope y'all support the channel. Usually you have to talk about specific things to draw attention, but some people just don't draw attention, okay? So full disclosure, this video is not one of those videos where I'm looking for a response or I'm going to put myself in a position to go back and forth. I reserve my jokes, my gags, my intellect, my wit, my wisdom, my toxic energy for what I really want to talk about. That is trending topics, celebrity gossip, politics, true crime. That's what we're focused on. However, shout out to Melanie Jones. She stated to me something that stuck with me. She said, hey, when people talk about you and say things and you don't address it, that means that it must be true. And so sometimes I have to slow myself down. Thankfully, the internet is slow right now. So, I have to slow myself down to, communicate in different ways. Me coming out here roasting, trolling, gagging, dragging you for filth, specifically Madgie, we're not going to give you another opportunity to go and fake cry, to have Sean Atwood or whoever else I'm dragging and mad at me to light up your chat. We're not going to do any of that. You already did that. You already played that out. Also, she likes to play like she's gullible. So as long as it makes her money, she will take whatever side. She's the biggest flip-flopper on the internet. And for those and for that main reason and everything else that I'm going to explain to you in the video, I don't want to be in affiliation with her. I don't want to go back and forth. You're not going to trigger me to click your link no matter what somebody is saying. I'm not listening to it. Shout out to them transcripts. I'm not listening to it. I'm not I'm not going to waste any of my time. But it's a lot of people listening to that. For instance, someone like Victoria, who's a supporter of mine that met you through me, is listening to that. Plus, there's like a community there, which is really the lifeblood of your channel, the community. And I don't understand how she could turn on moderators like Polly and Stormy Says So and drag them and act like the other subscribers who are now moderators are waiting for them chances to become moderators, or just simple subscribers don't feel like that's going to happen to them. She still has not learned her lesson. This is the only person that I've seen literally drag her mods and subscribers to filth the way in which she is. And I don't know if money's involved or not, but if money was, maybe I could understand her. She's mad about something, but she's one of those people that will pick, poke, and say and do things and attach herself to people and their drama storylines because she really has nothing going on for herself and act like she's the neutral party. And so this video is going to be telling you guys why I chose to distance myself from Madgie, why Madgie is acting a certain way right now with the theory under the guise that if she continued to do things and exhaust that, is going to make me go back to her platform to tell the truth of the story. I'm not clicking nobody else's link. I don't expect my subscribers to be pulling up listening to BS about me. Like, shout out to Lady Letitia. I had a conversation with her and I had to realize I never really gave her a chance simply because I was so fixated on listening to what Madgie said, and what Madgie said distracted me and dissuaded me from ever paying attention to Lady Latrice. And I, as smart as I am, and I'm a content creator, I actually had to realize that I fell for that type of deceptive tactics. So I can only imagine the people in the audience also falling for it. And for those that are falling for it, that support me and that feel like they have to pick a side, this video is for you. So this video is not necessarily about Madgie. This is not a platform where she can click a link and have a conversation to put me back in an endless cycle of bullshit and parasocial relationships with these other creators or whoever. This is not that video. This video is positive, uplifting, and everybody watching it is going to learn that YouTube probably got a Madgie stalking you or abating stalking and harassment and pushing false narratives against you. So the primary reason I made this video is because I decided to send her an email and I wanted to share that with you guys first before she go live and call that content and put you guys in a situation where she looks at it like content and I'm like, no, this is not content. She likes to do things to people and get in situations and file frivolous lawsuits. I remember she even tried to file copyright strikes with Lionel B and just pushing that content. Filed a copyright strike against me too, thinking that I was going to be like Lionel B and threaten copyright so she can create more and more content. This is a lady who sits in her kitchen for hours on top of hours, and just antagonize other people's problems and talk about other people. And, I don't think people. Anyways, she has a community, and without an audience, you're nobody. But it gets problematic for people like me who's going places and know where I'm going when you're abusing your power position, and especially if did not help you get that audience, did not help you monetize, did not help you. And now you're convincing those people that I'm this bad person simply because I refuse to give you access to me numerous times. So that's what this video is about, and this is factual, no beef, nothing personal. However she want to run her platform, that's her business, and that's where respect comes into play. Like if I know you have one of those platforms like what Kimmy Love said that just harass people and talk just to get a click view and make your money, if I identify you as that, I'm no longer gonna fight with that. The only thing that I can do is call you out and show my audience your true colors, and then they decide what they want to do. I'm not going to roast you. I'm not going to drag you. I'm not going to do any of that because I've done that before, and y'all have conflated that to be that this is a mutual back and forth and this is fun and games. It's not. This is a goodbye. Like, leave me alone. Like, really and truthfully, let me give you what you're looking for. There's no Baby Dookie voice on this. You want to use it, spin it, whatever. I don't care. I'm pretty sure that's what you guys do anyway. So, again, I'd rather be talking about trending topics, celebrity gossip, true crime. The internet is slow right now, and so this is what I have to talk about simply because, like Melanie Jones says, if you let people run off with narratives about you, then that becomes the truth, and you just cannot have that. I can't have that. I can't do that. And I'm not going to be doing this consistently every single day because I expect that person to double down and triple back on their false defamatory narrative no matter what I say. I expect that. But you as my audience should understand that's the game being played. And don't get them people your time, your energy, or your money, or anything. And this is why I'm not promoting helping anybody else anymore. And that's affirmative. If I do, it has to be money straight up. Don't talk to me about no ideas. Don't even get information about what branding strategy you think that you should do from me without paying me. Because these parasocial relationships with content creators and the audience alike is too much. You want that access to me, pay me for that branding. And I have the right to refuse services to anybody. I have the right to consider someone an ally or not. That is my right. That is not you for the audience to decide because, again, you're not the content creator and you're not the person that's being used in such a malicious way. So you don't have any personal feeling, thought pattern or anything. You're just not on that intellectual level to be able to understand it. So listen to what I'm saying and take that for factual. I'm a straight up direct person. I know I talk soft and shit like that, but that's just how I present myself in public. Like I will somebody up for playing with me for real. And I'm just controlling and containing myself. And I think y'all should be proud of me as a black man able to have an articulate discussion about these things. Hopefully people are here because like ain't nobody pulling up for your name. Don't nobody want to hear about you. You talk about everybody else. You looking for this moment. Oh my God, she's talking about me. Yeah, I get to go out and make it. Yeah, and then make it wane, and all the ops come up, and then they get the attention of people that's watching me, and then they get confused, and you feel like you're still in audiences and stuff. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I really don't. I've been saying the same thing. It's just only this time we're gonna make it make sense, and we're gonna do it and communicate like adult, not children. Okay. But anyways, before I get into the content, let me give a special shout out to the people that's here. All right. Shout out to you guys on Twitch. Shout out to you guys on the other platforms. Please make sure you subscribe to my Twitch channel. Twitch is the #1 platform, period, point blank. Okay. I don't need other content creators to attach themselves to me and their supporters share my Twitch, but those same people share my Twitch don't never show up. So that's BS. Let's be clear about that. Any and everybody on the other platform. Let me see the other platform where you're relevant on. Let me see how many people just showed up so far. All right, 1 second. The screen is frozen. Let me see. Number 24. Like nobody cares about you. You have to talk about other people, and you have to steal people community. That's what she does. She brainwash people, and then the people in the chat build likeness and friendships with each other. And then she feels like that's her real estate and she can gatekeep that to the sense to where she can then convince them of who somebody else is. Like I can gatekeep my audience, but I'm not really trying to convince nobody anything about somebody without reason or cause. Like Madgie literally has no direct issue with me. I think she got mad because I joked her with her and said something about the Dr. Pepper girl got a commercial. You look like her. Maybe you just need to go and get a spring cleaning commercial. That could have hurt her feelings, but it was fun and games to me. That and I also said something about intimacy. I was just trolling her with that, but she painted this narrative like I had a problem with her trying to control her platform or that I was helping people go against her. Number one, I don't control nobody's platform. I just think that it's relevant if I'm a content creator who can grow and who has helped you grown and done things for you to be able to use critical analysis and realize that if you're dealing with someone that I've deemed to be a stalker and problematic, how much can that person actually help you grow and build opposed to you exploiting everything about me. And once you're done, you think that I'm going to go back and clean it up when I just simply am not playing that game with you. You crossed the boundaries, and I have the right to put up my guards and my boundaries to say, I don't rock with you. Is she going to talk about me? Yes, endlessly. But I just want the people over there and over here know that I don't have no problem with her. The problem she had with me is because I blocked her. One day, I was on Kimmy Love's platform, and she came up there and she was like, "Oh, why did you block me? That hurt my feelings. Why did you block me?" And, thousands of people heard, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this girl is acting like I owe her something. I blocked you because you did something. You crossed the boundary. I didn't want to make it content publicly. I didn't feel like I owed you an explanation. I just felt like you crossed the line, you hit a boundary, and I blocked you for that." And specifically, like when I was in jail, there was this crazy person who was threatening to unalive me the day before I went to jail. Then when I went to jail, they was parading around YouTube saying how much they love me and how much they support me and really using my name to grift and attach herself to me, even though I know that wasn't genuine. And so many people fell for that. So when I got out of jail, she knew what was going on. And then while I was in jail, Madgie decided to bring that person on her platform. And I'm like, and King Payne sent me the videos. He was like, "Oh, Madgie going against you." I'm like, "What is she doing?" Now, King Payne being seasoned, he knows and understands the game of like these stalkers and how to build friendships and relationships. I think under his impression and under mine too, since we're here, is that you shouldn't have had that person on your platform pretending like they cared about me and they loved me when you knew or had a reasonable opportunity that they was threatening to kill me the day before. So this is somebody flip-flopping, doing any and everything, trying to attach themselves to me, which honestly is a singular element of stalking and using other people like you to be a proxy. So when you cross that boundary the first time, I blocked you. I didn't tell you what it was. I let you do your thing because I didn't want her to feel like that I was blocking her because of somebody else and how she ran her platform. I'd rather her not even to know it, because by way of telling her and exposing that, she would get out and make content and further exploit that, which will make it even worse. That's where we're at right now, which is why she got blocked again. So after I unblocked her for crossing that boundary the first time, I don't know exactly what happened. Something happened to where she, like, Mr. 82, he about 5 or 6 times, he's always pulled up on us when we're having a great conversation, building, bonding, doing things to irritate the relationship. And I just have to separate myself because now my audience is watching you, and I don't want my audience to watch that person because he's lying on me. And I don't want them to consume that and be brainwashed by that particular individual. It goes against my brain. And now you're giving, like, you can have a relationship with somebody, but it does not need to be based upon to the detriment or to the detriment of this other person. Like, that's genuine. So I'm not like, if I hate somebody, like me and Petitioner got people in common and mutual, I don't try to control those people because that's completely separate and they don't mix the two. But online with these parasocial relationships, they always crossing boundaries, and she crossed boundaries. So I decided to block her and not mention it. And now she's continuously crossing a boundary. She crossed one by overexerting and having Mr. 82 to just flip a narrative and convince her. And I was just like, you know what? There's no beef. I'm just going to block you. I blocked her. She had a problem with it. And I think I roasted her. And then she came out saying that I was trying to control her platform. And I just haven't spoke to her, mentioned her since. And because she was able to say those things and me not respond to them, people have been convinced and brainwashed to make it seem like I'm the problem. when where I'm from, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna pay attention to it. So how can I be the problem? And this person is making 20 and 50 videos saying the same shit over and over, brainwashing you. And I know that's a lie, but y'all believe it because y'all let this person lie to y'all. So Madgie is a master manipulator and a brainwasher. She did the same trick with Jag. She flips out. That's what she do. That's how she make her money. And if that's what you have to do to make your money, I don't respect it and I don't want no parts in it. But you should not be able to go off and make money at the expense of convincing mutual people or people that I told to go and subscribe to you that I don't deserve to be financially supported or viewership or whatever. That's where it becomes detrimental and you become disrespectful, and that stuff needs to be regulated and or talked about, because that's where we are. This is why it's boring. This is why there's bad relationship. This is why there's everlasting drama. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys this email that I sent her. But shout out to the moderators in the building over on Twitch. Greatly appreciate you guys for being here. Somebody make it Wayne, make it Wayne. And she probably feel like I only made money because I was there making it Wayne, and we're gagging while covering the content that we wanted to cover. And now that I'm talking about you directly, ain't nobody pulling up. Okay, so if you see me make $1,000 saying make it Wayne while talking about Krishan, most of the people that's watching don't even know it's you or me dealing with you. They don't know who you are, and that's where it's going to be. This is my boundary. People that follow me, like me, subscribe to me from whatever sector, my duty is to make sure they never find out who you are, because you're a liar. And if my audience and everything that I chose to build find out who you are, you flip-flop on me again, then you're hurting my brand. So I'm not silencing nobody. You do what you do, I'm going to do what I do. But people that support me from this sector to that sector, I'm not obligated to help you build, help you grow. You have been sitting comfortably at the same amount of subscribers for the past 8 months. You got your last round of subscribers when I gave you an exclusive interview and I told people to subscribe to you. I got you monetized. I felt bad for you because you was blowing boogers the size of a motherfucking dime, sneezing, starting, and talking about how it was your only form of income and you need to help your parents, but at the same time you got degrees that you ain't using. These are factual allegations about you that we see and can explore. This is not things that have been doxed and false fairy tales about you and everybody jump on the bandwagon how they did me. These are things that you have exposed. So when I see you crying, and she said, I hate black women, by the way. She's not even a black woman. She's Haitian. Okay. And if you want me to go further with that, we can. And let's talk about how the black women and men, she said that she wanted to unalive them and set up on a white man platform saying she's a white woman and she hate black people. It wasn't a one-off, do-off, because I can get out here and say NB, but y'all know they're not going to come back and they're not going to apologize. Even my supporters. You don't think my moderators who are black women, most of them sit up here, you don't think they get mad at me and frustrated when I'm be like NB? They give me space and then they chew me up later on when they know the perfect time to get him. I know you was mad, but then they get me. That's the relationship I have with my moderators, people that I choose to have access to me. I choose who I want to have access to me and who don't. None of these women that are in my life from YouTube with access to me manipulated me, use money and weaponize it against me to gain access to me at all. At all. It's one of them I won't even take no money from. That's number one. So if we're saying that Denat has built a community and in contact with these women because of money, not one of these women can tell you that I exploited them, that they did it on their own free call. And guess what? They supported me more than a loser over there complaining about whatever. None of these women can say that. So you're pushing a fake narrative against me. Now, okay, if I'm a sex appeal and I feel like taking my shirt off, and if I feel like twerking, if I feel like doing with it, I do that because that's what I want to do and that's how I'm feeling. Not to lure in or to seduce and itemize people to make, I don't. I do whatever the fuck I want to do, and that's very clear. Can't nobody control me, okay? I sit up here and say, if you make it Wayne, I'll twerk. And then you'll get used to me twerking after making it Wayne, and then I'll stop. And I'll still get support. I do what I want to do, okay? I do what I want to do. So nobody controls me, and because that's my ideology, I'm not in the business of controlling nobody. I'm in the business of protecting and preserving my brand. If people want to support you, it ain't gonna be at the expense of my detriment and them being brainwashed by me. You need to find some real content to talk about instead of hurting people's brains. That's the only thing that you've ever done. What have you done that's so notable that we can remember, that goes down in the history books? Sued Lady Letitia Laws, talked about the robot, and you worse than the robot. How can you cry because they sending people to your house when you know this crazy cuckoo bird, before I went to jail, when she threatened to unalive me, she sent me a demon book trying to force and forge connection, calling the courthouse, texting people in my real life, real phone number that she didn't Google. You knew about all of these things, and then you complain about Danny doing this shit to you. You are helping somebody else do it to somebody else. So are you just too pussy to do it yourself? Or is it going to take some real severe consequences for you to understand that you ain't a victim? You're not a victim. You play the victim. And that's why you sit over there, just like Mr. 82. You fuck with everybody, jump in everybody's cars and crash the fuck out because I know you ain't got on no seatbelt. And you self-sabotage is what you do. Now ask yourself, how much more are you going to grow with a stalker who's in a bubble of nothing but negativity and toxicity and rewash and repeat just to have a proximity to and aggravate a content creator who can take over all of this shit, who transcend, who has likeness tied to celebrities, real content, boots on the ground in multiple sectors? You don't win like that. And you're most certainly not smart enough to deceive me. I see it. You're going to exploit that, and you was telling the truth the whole time when I was over there, and now you done totally flip-flop so that you could exploit that and then flip-flop on that thinking I'm going to come back. I don't even watch you. I'm forced to watch you because you got my dick in your mouth, okay? That's what I am here to do, baby. And you need to go get you some business. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Ba-da-da-da. I am T'Challa.
Hey, what's up, YouTube family? It's Denai. I got big dreams to see the world and do what my heart believes. Everything ain't what it seems, so I'm here to tell you the truth about pop culture, hip-hop, and some of the most toxic shit across the web. Forget Charleston White. I'm the one. Like it or not. Better subscribe to my channel and like this video, because I'm not gonna stop.
I am T'Challa. T'Challa. Everybody always got a link. I'm going live. My link is pinned at the top right there. If you got something to say, come over here. But I'm here to tell you that this is not going to be a conversation to where the end result is that we somehow work it out and are back in community with each other. I don't want community with you. It's not beneficial to me. It's not productive to me. Your content style, your platform is too low vibrational. You talk about low vibrational stuff, and I'm going to need you to get up off of me. I'm going to need you to put me down, put my name, my brand, and everything down, all because you don't have access to me. You're not going to regain access to me. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Why is it so important for you to continue to drive home narratives about people who are not fucking with you? You fuck with people too fucking much. You've always done that. You are a nuisance. And so therefore, I sent a cease and desist notification. I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm going to stop it periodically just to section it off and let you guys understand exactly what it means so that, you know, I'm pretty sure other people are going to have their interpretation on it when they run the content. And so I'm just here to give you the clear, transparent content. First of all, you know, when I send out things that are meant to be used as content, that are legal, whatever, I tag different people in it, different people that is relevant to, that this person has some type of significant tie to, rather she has offended them or they're even their person's friend. So that's how I look at it, okay? You want to make me into content, so this is the content that you need to focus on. Let's be wise over here, okay? Let's be wise. I said, Dear Madgie, prior to reading this email, please review this video from 43 minutes to an hour and 36 minutes. This is the video link where that lady's mother came up acting worse than her, and we see where she get her disabilities from. In that video, the mother also said that this person aggravates, harasses, and wishes death upon everybody in her real life. This person sends books of messages and do every single treacherous thing that she has done to me online to everyone in her real life. So because her family has been grown accustomed to tolerating that type of behavior from her, she think and is led to believe that it's okay and that everybody is supposed to be like her family, which means that since your family birthed you, they somehow have no choice but to be tied to you. I'm not your family. I have no obligations to you. And so I don't think that lady knows how to separate and differentiate people, regular people who have the choice and the freedom to have a relationship with, to gain or to remove access, detachment issues. And then she's conflating it with a Denat or anybody online. Like, that is very, very unhealthy. And I would encourage Madgie to go and look at that video before she opened up her mouth about anything else to see who and what she's dealing with and make an informative decision. That decision has to be based upon how much you're going to exploit this woman, because it's all about Denat and you need me for content. When it becomes you, it's a problem. Because you have let this person infiltrate your community, get your community riled up and believe in her and go check into her live stream. You have done it. Kai have done it. Other people have done it, and they see you clout chasing. So minus the stalker shit and what she's done to me, everything she's done to me, she's prone to repeat it to somebody else according to her own mother's word. So while you're letting her in your community at my expense, it's going to be to your detriment sooner or later. And that's just what it is. Okay. Even Kimmy Love was like, oh, I chewed her out, and she came up and apologized because she's a sociopath. She chewed you out and wanted argument and disagreement with you to capture the attention of your people. And then she wanted to come up and apologize so that she can secure the attention of your people. And what's going to happen when she get on her own page and have that type of disagreement? You're going to be on yours. And next thing you know, you playing ping pong with that psychopath. So y'all are so dumb and slow and can't see when a bitch is trying to finesse their way into a sector or your community to position themselves to be somewhat important. And here it go again. Y'all know to not make bitches famous on the internet. Whether I want to or not, these sucker bitches gonna attach themselves to me, child. So go and watch that video. And then I said, this letter serves as a formal demand to cease and desist for making false, misleading, and defamatory statements about me in your recent live stream and any related content. Specifically, during your broadcast, you made a series of statements implying that I encourage inappropriate conduct, manipulated individuals, and abused a position of influence, including but not limited to claiming that individuals had feelings for me and I encouraged it. Absolutely a lie. Never encouraged it. Asserting that others were responding to the signals I was giving, framing my conduct as a power imbalance over supporters, concluding that my behavior constitute an abuse of power. I said these statements are false, defamatory, and unsupported by any evidence. First and foremost, all of these things that this had feelings for me and I encouraged it. Ma'am, I encouraged it. Between this person having feelings for me and sending me $1, she sent me over 1,000 emails harassing me. Matter of fact, and I don't want to throw my supporters under the bus, my moderators. I was like, this lady is harassing me. What do I do to get rid of her? Oh, she keep coming back on burners. You're not going to get rid of her. Just let her in your community. Every single time I have let this woman have access to my community or access to me is because it was one of my moderators who said, damn, Denat, this lady's harassing you. And you can't get rid of her. That's how bad it was. Before she sent me $1. And then she used my relationship with a supporter and made me disrespect. Well, she didn't make me do anything. She aided and abated and paid me to continue to disrespect someone because she wanted to take the place of that woman. And at that, hey, I'm a grown man. Can't nobody make me do anything. I did it. Was I being gullible? Absolutely. Denat is humble enough to say I have made gullible decisions each and every time. And it comes with bulk payments and stuff. In order for me to escape this whole situation with this lady, I had to block the Cash App. If I did not block the Cash App, I probably would still be allowing this lady to forcefully assert herself in my community, assert herself in my life, manipulate me. Like, she literally have fallen out and crashed out on people who has refused to give her information about their private life. Anything. So when it's your turn, this is what you're going to have to deal with. And I don't need you using my name to clap back at that lady. You have already flip-flopped. You've already said she's not crazy. She's not a stalker. It's just content. So guess what? When it's your turn, she's going to use all of that against you to deflect the truth. And the truth of the matter is, you're mad at Denot because I blocked you, and you're going to show your hand and doing exactly why I blocked you. You think you building something and you think you're substantiating your shit at my detriment, but you're actually causing yourself more problems. I'm out of it. So all of this stuff that you said I did, you don't have no personal knowledge, no personal experience. You have not did any of that. You just blow with the wind. Everything that you said in this video that I did, you have recanted it and said that it was validated and substantiated, and you can see her harassing me, and you can see how she's manipulating me with money and all of this, and I need to block her from Cash App. And I took your advice. And because I blocked her from Cash App, I don't receive nothing, don't want nothing, still block the accounts. My life has gotten easier since I blocked this person from Cash App. It was all because I don't want no proximity to her. Cash is king, so if I blocked her from Cash App and she can go and use you to try to clap back at me, and then at the end of the day, she'll tell you, oh, I was never in love with Denot. I just said whatever I needed to say to build and grow my channel. And that same game ain't been playing with you. Okay. So everything that you said is a one-sided misleading narrative that you have said maliciously because you don't have any more access to me. And it's kind of funny how you got the same audience there in the chat who knows that you have totally flip-flopped and totally saying something different. Why are they even supporting you? But to each his own. I continue to say I have maintained no contact with the individual you referred. There's no evidence, no text, emails, or communication demonstrating that I encouraged or led anyone on. Now, people can get a text message and read it and read too much into it. What I text you is what I text you. I don't see her with no, I love you, I want to be with you, or I got that, I like that. I think she likes to rely on like one time something in real time because she's so annoying. She would text you during live streams and send you stuff to like throw you off. And I think one day she sent me something and it tested my masculinity. So I said something in response to my masculinity. And women are really good at that. Really good at manipulating men to accept unsolicited VV pictures, to accept unsolicited actual advantages. Because if I'm like, oh no, get away from me instantly, it makes me feel less of a man because men don't just flat out reject women like that publicly, especially, right? So the whole time while I'm telling you privately, leave me alone, get away from me, you're creating burner accounts, emailing, texting, back and forth, and it's coming in real time. This is substantial harassment. I blocked you, told you to get away from me. You're using money to break in that boundary. And okay, it's fine. Yeah, I was, a little destitute nigga sometimes where I need some money. I'm out there begging for money. If my supporters ain't supporting me and I'm down bad and this crazy cuckoo bird send me some money, I'm going to be like, damn, she looked out for a nigga. Okay, damn, I appreciate you, everything good. And then quickly you find out how crazy this bitch is. You don't want nothing to do with her. So that was the exchange of money. It was because she found ways to get in there at vulnerable times. Not when I'm strong, not when I'm happy, but when I'm down and out. She paints sending 82 money and is fucking with me. So now she coming up here helping me validate that this is what she's doing, sending me money. Like, money was used as a weapon and publicly being twisted and turned to manipulate the fact that you force and you coerce communication with me. And the whole time, I get it, you probably in your head felt like you could win a man and you could mold me into whatever you wanted me to be. That's a lie. And this whole notion that I said that I was going to do like a trio collaboration with Blanco and that cuckoo bird. Well, I actually spoke to Blanco 2 days ago. That's somebody that you can't call. That's somebody who specifically said that Lady T went off on her because she would not let her into her personal life or know any of her business. That's somebody I can call right now. And you keep using them as reference points to substantiate that there was some type of relationship with you and I. That's not true. What's true is this lady told me that she's in your energy too much. Get the fuck away from her. Let me see. Let me call Blanco right now. And Blanco's not coming to your platform, so this is not content. Ooh, I need to go get Blanco. No, this is a goodbye. This is a detachment. Okay, attachment issues. I don't have to talk to supporters and content creators I know for a very long time. I substantiate my relationships, and you think just because I went down to the fucking basement That's the bulk of it. You can have them ignorant ass niggas. Period. I want detachment from them. You want to be a star? Go down there in the basement. Go and do all of that. Go down there. Okay. Once you complaining and lying, talking about somebody swatted you, well, go. That's what they do. That they swat, they dox, they pull up. Bridget is very close to you, and that lady will beat the shit out you. That's why she don't want to be on the platform with you. She said what she said. You're crazy. You're interfering with her connection to her community of people too, simply because she don't like you. And anybody that don't like you got a problem with them. From every single subscriber, every single content creator, you just come through causing hell and confusion more than Hurricane Katrina. And they saying that it's okay because it's denied. But your turn is coming up next too. And I said, what you may find is forced engagement in an isolated attempt to utilize her as a spy once I realized she was not going to go away. Yeah. What happened was I left Brazil. This is around the time she got the tattoo. Like, and just to be clear, that lady texted me, text me something about getting a tattoo and said, I'm already in the chair. So whether I wanted her to get my name tattooed on her or not, let me show y'all the tattoo. Give me 1 second. She put it up here on her thyroid, child. Whether I wanted this woman to get my name tattooed on her or not, she was going to do it anyways. So with her doing it anyways and cannot deal with rejection, of course she's going to paint this narrative like I agreed or I consented or I liked it or I got the clip of when I got it. He said he liked it and he was so happy. Let me use this clip against him. That was because, like, consciously, I wasn't thinking about how fucking psycho this was. But it was people in the chat, denied, she crazy, what are you doing? Again, so I have gullible moments too, but I'm here to tell you, this was fucking crazy. This was not made by me sending her no type of communication indicating that we was in a relationship, that I love her, that she was anything special or more important than the next supporter. This lady is absolutely insane, okay? So after she did this, like, I think, and Blanco, me and Blanco talked about it. After she did this, I was like, this is crazy. Blanco was like, yeah, this is crazy. I was like, you know what? Let's figure out how to get rid of this magic, the cards and stuff. That's Blanco's niche. So when I talked to Blanco, she talked about the cards and stuff. And then other people was talking about cars. I was like, okay, I want to just totally get rid of all of this because I'm about to go to the Diddy trial. So I'm the type of person where I would collapse whole networks and whole, like, I will go cold. I will talk about something like Miss Netta for 4 months and go cold turkey and just move on and do my own thing. So with this drama involving she paints in this person, I was like, I'm finna leave Brazil and I'm finna go to this. I'm doing something completely different. I'm about to build a new network of content creators. I'm about to build a new audience. I'm about to go viral. Like, I can't be so focused on this petty shit. This has to go on the burner. So when I was like Blanco, and I think I told her, I was like, yeah, we could just move on without the magic or whatever, because I was destitute. She was talking about sending me money, which is honestly, I don't make nobody pay for access to me, but the position and the relationship that she had with me, she knows she had to pay for that access. And it wasn't by force. It was just because I didn't want shit to do with her. And she was using money to control that access to me. So I hope y'all understand, this wasn't like exploitation of her. This is like tolerance of her. Bitch was going to come anyways. I can show you 1,000 emails from 500 different block email accounts that are her with email names, Denied Queen 1, Denied Queen 20. I can show you all of this, and I've never given her any indication. Now, I understand people got their love narratives like Melanie Jones and JR, IOJR, Jag and Goomba. I understand all of that. That right there is on some other shit, because that's two people mutually consenting to be in this relationship. Then had moan rooms on the phone and then played with each other through the phone and stuff. None of that shit happened between her and I at all. As a matter of fact, one day she was on my platform and she was playing with a rose, and everybody heard it, and I didn't know what that was. It was crazy. She has gone around saying that she has masturbated at least 1,000 times to unsolicited corn. Yes, she did. So she really want to push it out for me. And, you know, that's just driving her brain, coupled with this bad, egregious behavior of just endlessly harassing people, what she do to her family. So she don't know any better to an extent. And with that said, y'all are exploring somebody disabled, somebody who's going around your community like she did. Kai, you the number one most chat person because you want his whole community to see you, to come over to your channel, to think that you cool and all this other shit, and to try to feel like you disrupting and annoying my connections with other people. Ask Kai the last time I was on this platform years ago, and ask him when the next time I'm coming. Never. Like, y'all not gonna force me into a situation. You're not gonna like writing long dissertations to try to force a relationship, to try to force this standoff in a moment where me and you on the same platform, to try to use your mama to get on my platform. Like, I don't want to be on a platform with you, nor less with Madgie, nor less with none of them. I'm gonna just need you to put my brand down and go ahead and move on with your business, and understand that me and my supporters are not gonna respect your business, because your business is harassing people, causing fucked up shit, chaos, confusion, and doing anything for clicking a view and a coin. And how I know that? Because I too was there before. I was there before. Listen, I'm not an angel. I am not an angel. I too was there before. But one thing that y'all really have to understand and respect is the fact that people have the right to change and move on. You don't have the right to keep clobbering at them and tearing them apart. People have the right to change and move on, especially a black man. Y'all should want a black man to change and move on. Because really and truthfully, I'm explaining this and being assertive about it, but there's a whole nother level of me, just like venom inside of me, is packing you the fuck up. So y'all can read between the lines of what I'm saying. So yeah, he's still there, but you don't deserve that, because now you trying to ride off of my entertainment energy. Now you trying to ride off of my nostalgia. Why don't you ride off of my intellect, someplace that you can't go, bitch? That's exactly why I'm talking like this. And so, additionally, I do what to the contrary, I was subjected to repeated unsolicited contact, including thousands of emails. The communications included sexually explicit content and harassment. Multiple burner accounts were created to gain access to me. This conduct began prior to any financial interaction, directly contradicting your narrative and your statements. Omit those critical facts and instead present a misleading and harmful narrative. I think another thing, she's been going around with like a call log where I called her about 5 times or 6, like around, I want to say, what was it, like, it was like January the 20th or something like that. Well, the reason I did that is because there's this content creator in the Christian rock sector by the name of Latrice. Last time I talked to Latrice told me that Tiffany is crazy and she just do whatever she need to do to go along and get along, because she don't want her going off on her. And the lady made a mistake giving her a personal contact phone number and shit that she didn't have for 20 plus years. The lady don't fucking like you and scared of you. And so when she came out here trying to argue something, she was trying to argue with her something, and I was calling her to let her know, leave this lady the fuck alone. Like, it's bad enough that you bothering me, but it's another thing for this lady to tell you on a platform in front of your mama that you are demonic and evil and got some of the most nasty, draining, toxic energy, to now y'all best friends. I was calling her to tell her to lead, to curse her out for that lady. Like, I'm the type of person to where you can do some shit to me and I'll be like, okay, whatever. But if you do it to somebody that I really rock with and care with, I will take that. I will lash out on you simply because I've been holding back myself from doing it. But if you fuck with somebody that I care about, oh, it's on and popping. I've always been that way since I was a kid. So because she was harassing that woman, I called her numerous times and was going to yell and scream at her. And as a matter of fact, when she answered one time, I was like, why you fucking with people? You always fucking with people. Leave people alone. She started yelling and hung up, and then now she's taking those missed calls to say that, look, he's blowing me up and it's because he's in love with me. It's so psychologically twisted, mind-boggling, and manipulative. And I've heard it several times, and I'm like, girl, you know that's not true. But y'all in the audience, y'all really think that that's true. It's not. This is a twisted, demented, fucking conniving narrative based on the misrepresentation of material facts. I cover true crime, celebrity gossip, politics. That's what I want to focus on. Y'all not celebrities. Y'all not trending in the blogs. The only time y'all can get some attention if it's fucking with me. And then I got to be distracted to clean it up. Or when y'all fucking with me, people are distracted from the actual content that I have to offer. Oh no, they said that the not did this and he ain't answered. I ain't finna go in here and talk about Lil Boosie. I ain't finna go in here and talk about Donald Trump. I ain't finna go in here and talk about that because he owed me an explanation for everything that they said about him. See that's the shit that made me cuss y'all the fuck out. Because I don't owe you no explanation. And I am not obligated to keep responding to these lies. But I'm going to do you one favor. While abiding by community guidelines and shit. And just redoing how I actually just approach this stuff. Because, I just really haven't approached it in the best way when it comes to, the algorithm and stuff. These content creators, when I'm packing them up and roasting them, they know I'm saying the same shit I'm saying here, but just in a way that's just so cutthroat and nasty. So let me go ahead and just explain it to y'all. And I hope y'all appreciate this because, see, I'm not the type of person that is playing shit to nobody, bitch. I shoot first and ask questions later. I appreciate this, okay? And then on top of that, I said further, even under a hypothetical scenario, no individual is obligated to continue engaging with another person. Every person retains the right to end communication or interaction at any time, regardless of the other party's feelings. That is absolutely true. So, you can't keep going around here dwelling on the past, even if everything that this crazy ass bitch said is true. That I loved her, that I've held her down and forced her to get the tattoo, and that I did. Move on. And this is why this is why I like the fact that y'all have betrayed my trust. Y'all have discounted the fact that when I come around, I make y'all channels grow. I introduce new people to y'all. I go more viral than y'all. Even Kimmy Love shouted me out and said, I appreciate the Knot. I was on the Knot's channel on his platform. He had 700 people and he let me shout out my channel and I grew. And I've had people over here supporting me since that one time when the Knot had 700 people in his stream and they went and supported me. Y'all don't value stuff like that. Y'all value people stalking and harassing to try to pull an impulsive response out of me to crash out. And I wasn't crashing out when y'all was promoting. When I was promoting you, Kimmy, I was doing true crime. I was doing real content. And all those people went and rocked with you. And so y'all want me to be in community with y'all when y'all platform people who are tearing at my brand, when y'all tear at my brand. So the next time I go viral, or y'all hoping for that? The internet is slow. I need my clicks and views right now. Let me do something to aggravate the Knot. Knowing the Knot is a sweetheart. He might just come back and we'll be in community together so I can benefit off of tearing him down and building him back up. That's a no-go. You're not in community with me at all. I don't want nobody that supports you around me because they support a liar. They support a flip-flopper, a bitch that'll say the sky is blue one day and then it's pink the next day. I can't fuck with nobody like that. And then on top of that, what's worse at all, and everybody over there know it, especially the subscribers that you got when you got monetized, they know goddamn well that you have failed to acknowledge certain things. You have failed to acknowledge that I supported you during the termination of your platform, that I assisted in your return to monetization, and I remained neutral during your disputes with others, including Storm Radio and OKP. I called Storm Radio one time live, and I asked him, I said, hey, when I talked to you and you brought up Madgie, what did I say? It ain't none of your business. That's what you said. It's not none of my business. I didn't even let him tell me how disgusting and egregious you was because I felt like it was none of my business. Maybe had I listened, I wouldn't have been in this situation that I'm in right now, right? Okay, P, what y'all got going on? I don't talk about y'all that's your business. And I pay the same respects to him that I pay to you. Like when I was on Kimmy Love platform, both of y'all don't like him. I didn't dogpile him. I was like, oh, y'all fuck with him, whatever. Y'all didn't like that. But if I go to his channel and I fuck with you too, guess what? He gonna get the same treatment. Want me to tell you why? See, I lead by example. I teach people how to treat me. And if you don't have the same type of respect for me, which is high and valuable, then bitch, I don't fuck with you. and I got the right to not do that. Are we clear with that? And another thing, so she flip-flop, further suggesting that I am exaggerating claims involving AT2, said, you have no personal knowledge of the underlying facts, evidence, or communication related to those matters. It is inappropriate and irresponsible to speculate on claims you are not directly involved in and attempt to cast doubt on serious allegations without personal knowledge. Additionally, in light of the conclusion of your own litigation involving Lady Letitia, you are fully aware that such matters must be addressed based on evidence, not public commentary or assumption. Your statements are therefore partially inappropriate and prejudicial. So again, like, you just are flipping. You're mad because same way you caught me outside with Kimmy, I blocked you because you crossed the boundary and you let that cuckoo bird tell you all these good things and how much she was in love with me, and you did it for content. And I knew it was malicious, and I knew it was a psycho game that she was playing. And now you got the same person on the same platform saying how much they hate me and how much of a bad person I was. So you just flip-flop on that one. Not just me. You didn't even check and regulate the flip-flopping she did. That's how much of a flip-flopper you are. Yeah, oh, you loved him and stuff, and you advocate for him and everything is good, but now you hate him. Like, what is going on here? She tell you that we was in love and manipulate you, saying that I blew up her phone when I was trying to tell her to leave people alone and shit. Oh, that's what you fell for? You are so fucking dumb to be so fucking smart, girl. I don't understand it. This is why the value of education is going fucking down. Most educated people come on here and lack critical fucking thinking skills. Maybe that's why I'm dumb. Maybe that's why I didn't do well in school, because I think critically too much, bitch. Maybe I am a divergent. Can't program me, can't talk no shit to me or anything. But see, I know you'll do anything for a click and a view, which includes, but is not limited to, sacrificing and throwing everything away. Because I will be up again, always. And you're going to want to be a part of that. And even if you're talking about me in that particular time, I'm still not going to pay you no motherfucking mind. Anyways, I'm going to drop the link, see if anybody wanted to come up while we played some of this, because this shit was lit. It's very important for me to go back to this right here. Okay.
What's the question?
So first of all, I want to say I'm sorry. I know I said something triggering about your... Okay, who is... Oh, was that on this screen? Or... I think that was on the screen. Let me drop the... Oh, shit. I wasn't even in the studio. 1 second. So I think what I'm saying to the mama, I finally got Lady T mama to calm down and get off of that shit that she was on, you know. Finally got that to happen. And she kept on bringing up this whole narrative while they're trying to push it and make it about kids. Like, when you go too far, everything is off limits, especially if your daughter, Lady T, done talked about unaliving and raping other people's kids and shit like that. But anyways, they was on this trying to push this narrative, talking about like I'm a P-word or predator because basically Lady T, both of her sons are gay, and I brought that up, and I remember one day that she was at the grocery store and she found out that her oldest son was not a virgin. She really think that her kids are a virgin or whatever. So, and yeah, but they're gay, both of them. Anyways, let's get back to this. And I'm gonna drop the link. I just dropped the link for anybody. Okay, you don't try to bait me to click your link. Don't text me that you're going live. Don't do none of that. If you have an opportunity to hit my link and don't want to hit it, I'm not coming over to your platform to feed you. My presence on your shit make your shit jump. Your presence on my shit don't do a motherfucking thing. And that's exactly why you don't come over here. You want your shit to jump at the expense of me. And I say, fuck no. That's just where we are right now, okay? I don't like, or I don't participate in your business module. Your grandsons, but those are grown men. I did not mean it. It was because your daughter was doing the most, and I said whatever to get under her skin at the time. I'm sorry. Your daughter made 50 videos about me in order to get my attention. She sent me thousands of emails and everything, and your grandsons, given the fact that I talked them out of busting her in the head, I felt like using...
They called you? They actually called you? Because I don't understand.
So on her phone, she like, and so there's the truth right there. I think later on she tried to push a narrative saying my grandsons never called you. I never said that they called me. I said on her phone. I heard the commotion and I was talking to them, both of them. Or was it
Oh,
one? Yeah, he was like finna bust her in the head. He literally wanted to
that,
unalive her. She was in the corner. She was in the
I
corner in her room, shaking. He was finna unalive her, and I told like I'm glad he actually moved out because he would have been in prison, fucking with your daughter, and that's his own mama. You need to talk. Yeah, you need to talk to both of them about that.
listen, right, I have. And I do want I listen, I do understand what the hell they've lived through. Okay? I understand what the hell I lived through.
What is
And
it that you have lived through with her?
what what I everything you're saying, I already know this. This is
We
not
know.
What?
Oh,
this as
Stop!
far as
Stop!
I don't know anything about things you're talking about, sending pictures of her, whatever you call it, all that nasty stuff.
Ma'am,
I
this
don't
morning your daughter sold her cat and her breasts on a black woman's platform.
look, it'll never be me. I don't give a man $1. I don't strip. I've never been a hoe. I don't live like that. You understand? So I know it's funny, but what I'm saying, and apparently there's plenty of women, let's say that, giving cash app and people they don't even know.
And her mama's so well invested, she started going after everybody. Like, hush. And her mom's a liar too.
No,
Okay?
I haven't done anything. When I have to be separated, let's put it like this. I have to, what is the word I'm trying to say? Say when my grandchildren were younger and it's their birthday, I had to put them, always be with them together. I couldn't spend time with the oldest, spend time with the youngest. I couldn't celebrate one.
And she don't understand that you're saying that your sons were separated in separate homes and separate environments. It's like this is the type of trauma and content. Like, go and tell your own life story. See how many people tune into it, because your mama definitely is exposing a lot of trauma and generational curses that was even bestowed to your kids.
Birthday, buy one birthday present without buying both. It's always been, what is the word? A separation intended by the mother. So let's be
So why
absolutely
does she want her
clear.
son separated?
I don't know. Like y'all don't know what the hell going on. I don't know either. That's just her. I don't know. I don't know. Just put it like that.
I mean, they're
All
your grandson.
that
You're sitting here
I don't.
defending them, but you don't know what their trauma is. It seemed like she traumatized them.
I can only. Let me put it like this: the screaming, the yelling, the name calling, the screaming, the yelling, the name calling, the screaming, the yelling, the name calling for years and years and years.
So she's done this to her own sons, who are pretty much obligated to love her. So she's never gonna stop there. She's done it to her mother, and now she's online doing it to Denat and other people, or even to Kimmy Love. And I'm gonna do this and apologize and get some attention, and then do it again over and over again. I mean, maybe she's a good contender for the little beef drama sector that y'all got going on. Just leave my name out of it.
Years and
To her
years and
own
years.
sons.
It's going to put some kind of pressure, of course, and will lead to what you just said, my youngest said, and I'm not surprised
That he's gonna.
because he's the one you better watch out for.
You see what I'm saying? She's actually admitting that because of her behavior and how she's done it to them, and because she's doing it to other people that's strangers to her, that she's afraid that somebody's gonna really seriously injure her to the extent of busting her in her head. So
I said
she has
that's
been arguing with, yelling, and having tumultuous relationships with everybody in her life, including her
oh,
sons.
I know I said that on
Oh, okay.
I've been said that.
So I get your position. So,
I'm included in it too.
oh
I
wow.
did. Yeah, of course I am. The B word, the this, all in 100 books and text messages. I understand that. And what I tried to say on Z Banger's channel, which you talked about, they weren't kidnapped. You know, those kind of things that's triggering to me, but it's okay. That's your opinion. Um,
I'm sorry.
I always felt that at age of 16, 17, 18, actions I saw actions I tried to stop.
And something what she's saying about kidnap on Z Banger's platform, she had admitted that the father of her kids, Tiffany, that the men came and got their kids from her. And I said they weren't kidnapped, they had to go to get away from your crazy ass. So, and I'm just apologizing to her because she's giving us all the information and the tea that we need about that character.
Actions I've canceled and whatever. I tried to lay it on the trauma that happened to them and their sisters at 10, 5, and 10 months old. So all of their things,
Wow,
or
5
hers
and 10 months
especially,
old.
I gave a pass, not in a way of saying, oh, that's cool, girl. You've been through that. You can go ahead and do what you want to do. No, I mean, as far as me not taking her and ripping her whole head off, you understand, with the disrespect shown to me. All of this, what you're saying, I know is true. Those things I know is true because it's that way with everyone in her life. That's true.
See what I'm saying?
However, when it comes to my grandsons, that's what made me come out of my shell. Not to support what she's doing, not to say, hey, that's cool. None of that. None of that. Have I ever or will I ever? My point and my obsession, or not obsession, my upsetness is coming from what's being said about
Green Child, I'm here to tell you that your daughter is the devil. Your daughter has said.
talking about her.
One second, let me finish. Let me play. Your daughter is the devil. She has threatened minors and hope that they was raped and unalive. So she has set the precedence for talking about people's kids in multiple sectors and in different people's lives. So because I know that and know how low she would go, I made an intellectual joke to tie in her nymphomaniac Jezebel spirit towards me, how I saved her sons from busting her across the head, and how one is gay. So she compiled all of that to come to whatever conclusion or whatever she meant. But to me, it was just a joke, and I can see how it offended you, and I deeply apologize for that. And that would have never been said if your granddaughter was not the devil. Like, so it's not just me, it's everybody else. And from what I'm getting with you is she's doing to me and people online the same thing she's done to you and others.
Exactly. That's what I said months ago on Z Banger. I understand what y'all saying. Y'all ain't the only ones, but the reason I'm here is because my grandson is up there on the thumbnail and I didn't appreciate it.
Which thumbnail?
Oh,
Z Banger channel. He's not on this thumbnail.
2 or 3 years ago. So I've never been back on YouTube talking about him, you, my grandsons, nobody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Until just when what was it, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks ago, I got a notification and decided to listen to her YouTube channel because I don't listen to it. So when I heard that about my grandsons, then I went to this channel here to see what you had to say.
Yes.
And it was something about the Cardi B, do you really owe her an apology? Something like that, one of those videos. And then I heard you calling them the PUSS word. Then you played my face, what I said, and what you had negative to say about that. And so I really just wanted to get to the bottom line to say, no, I don't condone it. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not sitting up here kiki gaga giggling. Okay, I don't watch her show. I don't watch your show. I don't watch Z Bangers. I wouldn't have known about any of your shows had she not told me initially a couple years ago that someone was on YouTube calling my one son grandson, gay, and which he said he doesn't. It's not like he liked one or the other, and that's his business.
Bye. Get up out of here. But anyways, so we get the picture that. Since y'all want to say she's not a stalker of mine, and since Madgie like receipts and stuff, you can't come back what the mother said. So since she's not a stalker and all of her behavior is normal, Madgie, when she start doing it to you and become a nuisance for you and your platform, if that happens, it's gonna really, really be hard for you to come back from this because you thought you could scapegoat the not. when I thought that it was bad that they made you the scapegoat, you don't mind making me a scapegoat too, though. So, okay, I get it.
Is Madgie the Black Owl over on YouTube, right? Madgie is from Quebec. She sits and talks about Black Americans being racist. Now, if you would stay with me for a second, but let's go to Maggie's Facebook. This is Maggie's Facebook. Now, it's just like any other Facebook, and the details are there, but let's go look at some of Maggie's pictures. Madgie, what is this right here? Please explain this to me and explain it to the rest of YouTube as you make it seem like we are all against you, right? But this was posted in 2021, Madgie. That means you always had some type of hate in your heart. Let's go to some more pictures. Madgie, you come from a beautiful Black family. Why are you against dark skin? Why are you attacking people on YouTube? Why are you sitting on Sean Atwood's panel calling yourself a powerful white woman? Clearly you come from a Black family. I mean, you graduated. Clearly you have a level of education. And look at the smiles on their face. I wonder, do your family know that you are going against your own skin? And if anyone on YouTube want to go look up Madgie, here's her Facebook, because she has a lot of disturbing posts about the NAACP, another disposing post where she says a brown-skinned person with a weapon is a terrorist and a dark-skinned person with a weapon is a thug, but a Caucasian person with a weapon, it's got a bunch of excuses by it. Now, Madgie, you wouldn't be trying to say that you don't consider yourself to be Black, would you? Inquiring minds want to know. This is Madgie the Black Owl over on YouTube, right? Madgie is from Quebec. She sits and talks about Black Americans being racist. Now, if you would stay with me for a second, but let's go to Maggie's Facebook. This is Maggie's Facebook. Now, it's just like any other Facebook, and the details are there, but let's go look at some of Maggie's pictures. Madgie, what is this right here? Please explain this to me and explain it to the rest of YouTube as you make it seem like we are all against you, right? But this was posted in 2021, Madgie. That means you always had some type of hate in your heart. Let's go to some more pictures. Madgie, you come from a beautiful Black family. Why are you against dark skin? Why are you attacking people on YouTube? Why are you sitting on Sean Atwood's panel calling yourself a powerful white woman? Clearly you come from a Black family. I mean, you graduated. Clearly you have a level of education. And look at the smiles on their face. I wonder, do your family know that you are going against your own skin? And if anyone on YouTube want to go look up Madgie, here's her Facebook, because she has a lot of disturbing posts about the NAACP, another disposing post where she says a brown-skinned person with a weapon is a terrorist and a dark-skinned person with a weapon is a thug, but a Caucasian person with a weapon, it's got a bunch of excuses by it.
I am T'Challa.
Hey, what's up, YouTube family? It's Denai. I got big dreams to see the world and do what my heart believes. Everything ain't what it seems, so I'm here to tell you the truth about pop culture, hip-hop, and some of the most toxic shit across the web. Forget Charleston White. I'm the one. Like it or not. Better subscribe to my channel and like this video, because I'm not gonna stop.
I am T'Challa.
T'Challa.